And I'm like, if I was not filming this wedding, would I have been invited?
And it's like, would I have actually been invited, or were they just friends with me, like, for what I do?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Creative Chaos. My name is Hunter Ezell, and today we're going to do things a little bit different. We have a very special guest sitting across the table from me. She thinks I'm the most beautiful man in the world. She loves me for who I am. She won't let me shave my beard. She gets up when the dogs ask her. They don't ask me, they ask her. She just started cooking, and it was pretty good. She is the love of my life. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. I will not fight anyone on that because it's the truth. I'm not getting any smoke for this. She is the sexiest woman I've ever seen in my entire life. I love her with all my heart. I have Miss Logan Ezell right across from me.
Dang. What an intro.
Hey.
Hey.
So
I haven't done this in a while.
we have not done this in a while. It's
I
been
think it's been about 10 episodes since I've been here.
It's been 18 episodes since it was you and me.
No. I meant like since I've been on an episode.
No, but I'm talking about since it's just you and me.
Yeah, first
It's
one.
been 18 episodes.
That's a long time to not
Oh
have
my
me on your
goodness.
podcast, Hunter.
You know, we're getting to the point now where we're not going to be able to say, oh, our podcast is 18 episodes. You know, it's been 18 episodes. About that time, we're going to have to start saying, yeah, he's about 2 years old. He's about 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? You know those people that are like, yeah, my child, he's 54 months old.
Yes.
That's weird.
Someone explained, okay, but the earlier one, someone explained that to us a while ago, and it makes sense.
Yeah. I am with child. I have a food baby currently.
Watch what you say. Watch your mouth.
Men can get pregnant with food babies.
Okay.
That's crazy. If you come to the Ezell household, you can see it. I look like I got something growing inside me whenever Logan cooks. Man, she cooked poppy seed chicken last night.
Yep.
Did you get that recipe from your mama? But you were sparked by King AB, right?
Yes, that is correct. So my mom gave me her recipe originally, and then King AB gave me inspo from an Instagram story. And
You know what I'm going to do? I'm literally going to make a video right now on my phone and be like, hey, repeat all that.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
Hold on. I don't know what I said.
Hey, Ashley, we're talking about you on the podcast, and I think you need to be on the podcast very soon.
Yeah, you do. This way. Yep. There we go. I was telling Hunter that I made poppy seed chicken last night. It made me think of.
She was inspired by Poppy.
Yeah, I was about to say I was inspired by Poppy, but also my mom makes this recipe, but I like tweaked it between the two of y'all, and it was really good.
I had it for lunch today. If you know me and Logan's cooking, this is not a jab at my wife.
No, this is a jab at your wife. It's fine. Go ahead.
Very seldomly does she cook in the kitchen, but when she does.
But also, you usually don't eat leftovers.
I ate it for lunch today. Anyways.
Oh, I forgot we were still filming that.
Bro, but yeah, dude.
Glad you enjoyed it.
It was fantastic.
Pretty good. I do think I used too much butter. But
that's okay.
Fine. That's why my belly hurts right now.
It's fine.
Because I also had it for lunch.
You can drop some poundage.
I guess.
If you need. I don't think you need to. I think you're scrumptious the way you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Anyways, so we're doing things a little different today. My goal with Creative Chaos is I want to have a guest on every week, somebody different, somebody new. But I really just feel like we need to have a family meeting of sorts.
Family meeting.
Little life update, a little hanging out. Let's talk about boundaries. Let's talk about
traveling.
Let's talk about what tattoos did Hunter get this week? What do we got coming up? If you look at my shirt long enough, if you can see it behind these cacti from Ruffled Willow, located at 3026 Fort Campbell Boulevard, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, 42240. If you want to buy any plants from them, you can reach them at www.ruffledwillow.com, hello@ruffledwillow.com, or 270-881-8973.
That was good.
Thank you. I did that off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, I did that very good. I'm just that good.
You are that good.
But problem with being that good sometimes is people take advantage of you. And we're going to talk about a little bit of that today. But we're going to get to that, so we got to keep you on that roller coaster for a little bit, huh? Woo-wee. So what have we done this past month, Logan?
We've done a lot of traveling.
Thank God for TSA pre-check and
no,
clear, though.
Literally, if you travel as much as Hunter and I do, you need TSA pre-check and clear. Otherwise, you are going to be running around with your head cut off, which we did kind of cut it close a couple times, but
it's okay. It made up for it.
Yeah, if we didn't have pre-check and clear, we just,
But I've kind of gotten to the point now where if I would rather cut it close than sit at the gate waiting.
True. Yeah, I'd rather walk straight on the plane basically than.
That's how I would be, because if I do that, I want to go drop $20 on a bottled thing of Prime or something,
right.
And I just rather would just get off the plane because I don't have any time.
Right. No, I completely agree with you. So later in August, we went to Colorado. We went out there for a wedding, and we were with our bestie Quaid, Mallory Quaid. We love her. She was
former Creative Chaos alumni.
I know. And so she was the photographer at the wedding that we had out there. Lakin made the most beautiful bride I've ever seen in my life.
She was cool. I think we should tell them.
She ran through the field.
She ran through the field. I think we should tell them what we did out there.
What did we do out there?
We vlogged.
We did vlog.
So
we have started vlogging our adventures.
Shout out to Canon to making the most compact, good-looking camera of all time, the Canon PowerShot V1.
Yeah.
We will be trying to upload vlogs of every trip that we go on. So the first two will be the Colorado and Pensacola trip and the Disney trip. Last episode you saw, we had the living legend John Miles Brockman on the podcast, and we vlogged that entire trip up until
the podcast.
Up until the podcast,
yeah.
I was just so excited to meet this young legend.
We didn't even film anything. So.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. I enjoyed it. We're going to go back down there and see him.
Yeah.
Again, real soon.
It was a little rushed. We had to change our flights up, but
we were worried about weather and stuff like that.
But we'll get back to that in a second. But as I was saying, we were in Colorado. We had a great time. I saw a moose at 3:00 in the morning.
That was crazy.
We were driving, and there was a giant animal walking on the sidewalk.
And she goes, Hunter!
I did not. I said, Hunter?
No, you said, Hunter!
No, I didn't.
I swear you did.
I said, Hunter? Is that a moose? And he said, yeah, that's a moose.
He was just walking on the side of the road like he was hitchhiking. Logan literally tried to get him to get in our vehicle. I was like, quit doing that.
I said, keep driving. I wasn't even going to try to take a photo. I was just like, keep driving.
I love the mountains during the day.
Yeah. Driving to the airport that morning, that early morning, was low-key terrifying. But we did it. We made it.
We did it,
It was great. So then from there, we flew to... Oh, wait. Did you have something to say?
Well, I was just going to say Logan doesn't like the Denver airport pretty much. She's mentally scarred from that. But,
I don't. Why don't I
later that day, we actually got into the Denver airport. We had a layover. That layover was in Nashville.
Yeah,
it's so close yet so far.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I've never had a layover in the Nashville airport. For the longest time, I had always thought to myself, one of my travel bucket list things that I think about, that would be cool, to fly first class on on Emirates or Qatar Airways or something like that. One of my other bucket list items would be to have a layover in Nashville, and we did it. We did it. It was crazy. We had
because we had a wedding in Florida on that Saturday.
Pensacola,
home
of the OTC, Roman Reigns.
Amen.
I'm going to acknowledge your tribal chief, Cretan.
Shout out Quentin. Anyways. So we flew down to Florida.
I said Cretan, not Quentin.
Well, I was saying shout out to Quentin. We love Quentin.
Shout out Big Daddy Q. Anyways, that's my sister's boyfriend for the people in the chat that don't know. Anyways, yeah, dude. So we had that wedding in Florida, and we had vlogged this entire trip, and it was fantastic. Yeah, it was great.
It was fun. That wedding was sweet.
It was cool.
Both weddings were sweet. Like
Both
both of
weddings were just
them.
absolutely. They were completely opposite sides of the spectrum when they came to wedding days and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But they were both on the good side, though.
Yes.
It was just that you've got the all weddings are great,
Yeah.
but you have this spectrum, and you got here's the good side of weddings. Here's the bad side where disastrous, stuff happens. The cake falls,
Yeah.
grandma falls, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Then you have you got the adventurous side of weddings, and you have the classic church weddings and stuff
Yeah,
like
we
that.
had
Those are
both
both
of
on that.
those. Yeah.
It was a great thing,
It was so nice.
and
I enjoyed it.
we run through. We have roadblocks in our careers sometimes that challenge us, and they shape us, and they make us better. We landed from Atlanta early in the morning. We wanted to go try out La La Land coffee, and
This was coming home from
this was
Florida.
coming home from Pensacola, and we had just come home from. We were in Atlanta. We had a layover in Atlanta, and then we were flying to Nashville. We wanted to go to a coffee shop called La La Land. It's a LA-based coffee shop. They got them in Houston. I think they got them in Chicago. I might be wrong, but there's one that opened up in Nashville in 12 South. And our friends were like, if you go, you're going to wait an hour and a half to get coffee. It's like, what the heck? I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And so we really wanted to try La La Land coffee, and we landed in Nashville, and I got a text message from a client, and it's just a situation that you don't ever really want to find yourself in, but the situation happened. It passed. You literally just got to keep on moving, and you got to learn from it, and you got to move forward. There's no hard feelings between us and this person. We love you seriously, and we wish you the best in everything that happens in your life. But I do feel like it does bring up the conversation about seeing people for more than their businesses.
Yeah, I agree.
So that brings me to my next point is how can people change that narrative
What narrative?
of just seeing people as their business? Seeing, for example, I'm more than just, I am the face of the business, but I'm also more than the business. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that goes for anybody, really. Yeah. I feel like that's just a discussion that needs to be had and something that we have to figure out, because it's not just us.
I think it's everybody.
I think everybody feels that way.
I feel like that goes for the person that is they work all the time. Like for the person that bakes cakes, they work all day, and then at 10 p.m. they finally get home. Somebody asks them, hey, can you bake a cake for me? And you get to find it out. You put all this time and effort into putting together this stuff for this person really quick, and then come to find out you're not worth the money or something like that, if that's a good example. But I think boundaries come into play.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. And I was talking to somebody about this the other day. We have friends who are getting married, and which not that many anymore, but
they're all married, living happy lives, having them babies and stuff.
Yeah, but everybody, we have friends who are getting married, and other people have friends who are getting married, and sometimes people look at us as vendors, and they're like, oh yeah, they're going to be at my wedding. Have you reached out to them? Have you paid a deposit?
I sure would like to be invited. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, if I was not filming this wedding, would I have been invited?
Oh, that is I have thought about that before. And that is a hard pill to swallow, because there are weddings that I was so grateful I could attend, I could be there, but I was working, obviously.
But
and
would you have been invited?
Would I have actually been invited if I wasn't a filmmaker?
I know that's real tough, and
that's a tough pill to swallow.
That's a tough pill to swallow, and I cannot believe I just threw that out. I cannot believe I just threw that at you live on this podcast.
It's crazy that you threw that out, because I I've thought about that before.
Yeah.
Like people that you think you're really, really close to. And it's like, would I have actually been invited, or were they just friends with me like for what I do?
Yeah. And I think,
It sucks. You have to have like really good discernment to decide like who is a legitimate friend and who
and
is
you also
not.
have got to realize that,
Not everybody's your friend either.
well, that and nobody else thinks like you do.
Right.
You are your own individual special edition.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody is going to think the same thoughts that you're thinking most of the time.
Right.
And so, you don't know why you didn't get invited. They might have had a certain number,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And some people you're just not friends with.
Yeah.
Like you thought you were. And that's totally okay.
Yeah.
The greatest part about growing up is you become an adult, you get thick skin, you move on.
I also think it's important to realize that like your circle is going to get smaller.
I will tell you this. I can name on my hand, one hand, how many good friends I have. Everybody else, they're just good acquaintances.
Yeah.
And, that's people who, I'm not saying that I don't have a lot of people in my life.
You have people that you can call. That's the difference. Like the people that you can count on your hand, those are your people. Like those are your people that you go to whenever you lose your job and you're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Those are your people that you call.
Yeah.
There are people that are probably on both hands that you like, hey, like we haven't seen each other in forever, dude. Like, let's go get coffee. Like,
Absolutely.
let's go hang out. Like
head, shoulders, knees, and toes, girl.
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's just people that you absolutely love, but you're not going to see them every single
People
day.
drift apart. I have people in my life that we have drifted apart from, but I know if I called them, they would pick up.
Mm-hmm.
But you get to a certain age where you have your day ones, and those day ones, you will probably have those until the end of time.
And you may not even meet them until you're in your 20s, which is crazy.
I know you didn't meet your best friend until about 3 years ago. Your life's, your life partner. If it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't
That's
have
my
me.
soulmate.
Yeah. Mary Beth King is Logan Ezell's soulmate.
Yeah. I love her.
But, we're not going to get sappy on this. I just want to put it out there that, you just really got to be intentional and open, and you have to understand that everything you see on the internet is not all sunshine and rainbows.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to be very aware that there are people fighting battles.
Yeah.
Every day. After that incident happened, 2 days later, what happened to me, Logan?
Oh, yeah. You rear-ended someone. That was horrible.
The Bronco is currently being cleaned up right now.
In the shop.
So if you see me driving around in a boatmobile.
Leave me alone. That's my car.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my fishbowl.
In her fishbowl. Good Lord. Road Rage Hunter has been put in the closet for a little bit.
That's right, as you should be, because I don't mind having a
Y'all would read
fishbowl.
me for filth. Oh, that's the little yahoo driving around in
One
the
time-
boatmobile?
One time I got a little road ragey and I looked over at someone and this girl, she rolled down her window and she let me have it while we were driving. And I never again. I don't look at anybody while I'm driving.
You probably deserved it.
I probably did. But it was just why are you trying to go so fast?
Yeah. I'll never forget, I was at Huck's one time, and this delivery truck driver come really close to hitting me. And my window was, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, my window's down.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm sorry. He just almost hit me. He said, no, I didn't. I was like, all right, bet.
I just felt like you were.
All right, bet. I just felt uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go to the Krusty Pig, I leave with a smile on my face. Whether it's their pizza or that absolutely phenomenal pimento cheese on grilled artisan white bread, that's what I do at least. It's literally always a blast. The staff is incredible, always greeted me with a smile the moment I walk through the door. And they know to keep that beard cheese coming out for your boy. Lately, I've been housing the shrimp and grits. It blows my mind every single time. It takes me back to the first time I ever had it. Kind of like that one scene in Ratatouille. You know what I'm talking about. The Krusty Pig is an absolute classic. And dude, I drove all the way over here just to tell you about it. I love the Krusty Pig. Seriously. Hopkinsville classic, instant classic. You're in town, you're in the area. Please come support local business. I love them. They're located on the corner of South Virginia and East 7th Street, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Baby, look, let me tell you something. Krusty Pig's where it's at. We'll see you.
Are you looking to take the next step in your education but need something that actually fits in your life? Murray State University's Hopkinsville Regional Campus has flexible online programs built for working adults and busy families. You'll get personalized support from real people who want you to win, plus affordable tuition that keeps it within reach. Start today at murraystate.edu/Hopkinsville or email Shannon Slate, sslate@murraystate.edu.
Are you looking for local, high-quality meats? Step into the world of Futural Farms, located right there in Cadiz, Kentucky. The Futural family has been farming since 1952, and in 2020, they brought a true farm-to-table experience to their community. At their storefront, 22 Main Street in Cadiz, you'll find beef and pork that's raised, finished, and processed right there in Cadiz, with no added hormones or antibiotics. Pasture-raised, farm-fresh eggs are also available, along with whole half and quarter beef and whole and half pork. It really is a small piece of the farming world right here in our backyard. It's all locally grown, locally processed, and ready for your table. So if you're ready to step into the world of Futural Farms, reach out to them on Facebook.
Clay Ahart, realtor with Homefront Real Estate based right here in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and serving the surrounding areas. Whether you're buying or selling residential, commercial, or even farm and land, Clay's the right guy to call. Let him help you make your next move. Reach out to him at 270-498-3394.
So I want to go back to what you said earlier about what's on the internet is not real. Because one thing that I've dealt with, especially like the last couple of weeks, was like a little bit of travel exhaustion, which that sounds so petty.
It sounds terrible.
Coming out of my mouth. But
oh my God, we gotta travel.
Yeah. And it sounds horrible, but like, yes, it's great and it's a blessing. And I'm very thankful and grateful and all of the great things. But your girl tired just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
a good time. It's a good kind of tired though, I feel like.
It's been nice to be like back home though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that our trips and things have been kind of planned out to where we do have the little breaks at home. But that's something that I feel like a lot of people don't think about whenever, like, yes, it's great we get to travel a lot, but I also miss my little babies at home. And by babies, I mean my dogs.
Max and Ruby.
Yeah.
Maxwell, Eugene, Ezell, and Ruby, Sue, Farrell, Ezell.
Did she do the hyphen?
She said the hyphen this morning. I talked to her. I was like, hey, if we reference you, how do you want to be talked to? We've been keeping their collars off of them, and they look butt naked.
No, literally. Does anyone else do that? Like, take the collar off of your dog while they're at home?
Because it's like you could take your shoes off while you're in the house.
I feel like it makes them feel better.
Yeah. And, dude, it was just one of those things that I was just like, bro, Maxwell looks like a wild animal.
He looks naked.
Rest assured, he does act like a wild animal.
He does. He will not. Okay, I don't know what to do about his situation with our PDA.
Bro, I touch Logan in any way at all. If I go up to her, it's raps.
Like a loving hug, a kiss. Like
it's raps.
Literally anything.
He starts throwing a fit. He's like, get off my mama.
Yeah, he starts screaming, yelling, and all the
very protective.
The in-betweens.
I think he's trying to herd me off of you because he is a corgi.
Probably. He's probably hurting for sure. I vote we talk about Disney.
You were talking about not like everything you see on the internet is not real.
Yeah, that's what I already said that. I want to go to Disney now.
Okay. So if you don't know, Logan and I are Disney annual pass holders. And anytime I can find an excuse to go to Orlando, Florida, I will go. If you didn't know, for the time being, even though Spirit Airlines just declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy a few days ago at the time of recording this, for right now, if you live in the Nashville area, you can fly to Orlando, Florida for $80 round trip.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're also a Capital One Venture X credit card holder, that doesn't do hardly any damage to your credit card points.
Yeah.
That's super sick.
Mm-hmm.
I was over at the mixer today and I was talking to Grant and he was like, yeah, most people who go to Japan or Europe, they said, credit card points. I'm becoming one of those people.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But hey, this is not a financial podcast. We're going to move away from that.
But we went to Orlando with the intention of filming the podcast before this one, or the one with John Miles.
Yeah, we went to Orlando with the intention to film the episode with John Miles. And if you haven't seen that, it's going to be linked right here. And dude, I was like, let's go to Disney. In fact, let's see what other events they're having. At the time, we wanted to just do the Not So Scary Halloween party. I will tell you right now, Logan is going to take that because she has some very criminal thoughts about the Not So Scary Halloween party.
Okay. And this is as an adult. I was not, nothing really intrigued me about the Halloween party.
My favorite part of it, though, was it was pitch black Space Mountain.
Yeah.
That was the coolest part of it for me.
That was the coolest ride. And Monsters, Inc. The ride overlays.
Just absolutely roasting you as you were going through getting candy.
Yeah.
That's
was
crazy. They were like, look at that. Look, like the monsters are up on the screen saying, look at that cheap cosplay right there. They call that a costume. It was crazy.
That was crazy.
I was like, dang. But yeah, dude,
I was not a fan of the Not So Scary Halloween party, but I feel like if you have children.
Okay, but the food was cool. I just don't think it adjusted I don't think the price really matched the experience.
You still had to pay for foods that you wanted to try. You got free candy, but you had to wait in a line to get it because people don't know how lines work. That's also frustrating.
And the wait times were lower on the rides because everybody was going and getting candy. Right. But I'm just like, dude, for a third of the price, I can go and get just as much candy from Walmart in one of those fun size bags you can buy, and I can get so much candy for literally a tenth of the price.
And the parade was cool, but
Headless Horseman.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really neat. But I don't know. We're just not parade people. Like I like to see it all because at one point Hunter was like, "Hey, you want to go ride Tiana's Bayou?" And I'm like, "The parade's not done. I have to finish what we started here."
Yeah, but it was cool. We got to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure for the first time over at Disney World. That's a lot different than the one at Disneyland.
It is so much better than the one at Disneyland.
Yeah, Logan liked it because it had a lap bar. Logan's a big believer that if it doesn't have a lap bar, it's probably not safe, which she's probably right.
I think I'm on to something.
Shout out Action Park in New Jersey. If you know what I'm talking about, you know ball.
Okay.
So that was a park that completely just ignored all sorts of safety regulations. They had a full loop-de-loop.
You won't catch me there.
They had a full loop-de-loop water slide in the 1970s. Do you think they had the technology or the idea? No, that's concussion park, okay? But anyways,
I would not be there.
The next day we were walking into Hollywood Studios and we saw that they had after hours. Yeah. It was actually the last one. I don't know if you knew that. It was the last one for the year.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
And it was super cool. So essentially you pay an undisclosed amount of money to stay in the park after it closes. So after Fantasmic at 8:30 p.m., everybody leaves except you. You got on a wristband. It's cool. And included with your park ticket is walk-on wait times and popcorn and soft drinks, Mickey bars, ice cream bars, dilly bars, whatever.
And special character meet.
Special characters. We met Jiminy Cricket and we met Thumper.
That was
also,
cool.
Bo Peep was in.
Oh yeah, Bo Peep was there.
Who else was there?
Chippendale were there.
Chippendale, Daisy, Donald, Mickey, all in the Disney Junior area. Yes, they were
Mickey
just on a break.
There.
Well, he must have went to Huck's or
He
something.
went to Huck's.
But it was
we were
cool.
gonna try to meet Chippendale, and then the lady told us that they had to go check on their acorns, so we
And-
left.
And if I know anything, acorns are real serious business. So I was like,
Yes.
let them go do their thing. They don't need to see me. We saw them back in May, anyways.
Yeah, at a
At
wedding.
a
so-
wedding, it was cool. They had on tuxes. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was cute.
But dude,
The wait times were nuts.
like
I
seriously,
think the longest time that we waited was at Slinky Dog, which, unless you have Lightning Lane,
not worth it.
you're gonna wait for Slinky Dog.
Slinky Dog's the most overrated park, and it's Slinky Dog Dash is the most
Okay.
overrated coaster in the entire park.
I think it's so fun. I just think that
But
everyone and their children go over
okay,
there.
80-minute wait time though. Are you waiting 80 minutes?
No, I'm not
exactly.
waiting 80 minutes.
See what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
overrated.
Yeah.
So, dude, 100%.
My
I
only
loved it.
disappointment with that night was that Rise of the Resistance was closed.
Yeah, but you can recite that ride with your eyes closed.
I
Probably.
really could. I could drive you
It's
through
just
it.
cool, man. I
I
love
could
it.
just- have you seen that trend? I don't know. I don't think it's a trend. I think it's like a reel or a TikTok that I've seen that like some photographers post, and it's like my photographer's Instagram story, but they haven't gotten their photos back to me or something like that. Have you seen that?
I have.
And it like puts me in like I have like a little tangent over this. Like
I feel like if you don't think if you think your photographer is immediately going home and editing your photos, you've got another thing coming.
yeah. Or editing them within the week of your wedding. Like that.
You know, I think it's
whoa.
completely so silly. I think what you forgot to do is read your contract.
Yep.
Because any upstanding creative or any business person in general is going to have a very, very well thought out contract.
Yeah.
And if you signed it, you agreed to those terms, you know?
Yeah.
We have in our contract that our social media feed does not dictate where we are within our queue.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
our social media feed does not dictate where we currently are in our editing queue.
Yep.
And also, honey, there's something you might not know is there's automation in scheduling these days.
Yeah.
You know, there's some reels that we have posted on our socials that have been scheduled for a week.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
And I think it's really cool. But I definitely do think, going back to what we talked about earlier in the podcast, is you've got to realize that those are people too. Now, if it's been 6 months and you haven't
Yeah.
heard a lick,
I think there's a time limit. I think there is a time limit. I also think there's like a boundary that like we have to set. Like I was talking to Hunter about this the other day. Like, you know, if you're a bride of ours and I haven't added you back on Facebook, I'm sorry. Like Facebook for some reason is like very personal to me. Like I just if I am not your bestie like every day, like we're talking every day. type of
Logan's not
deal,
adding you because
I'm-
she doesn't want you to see the feet pics that she puts up on there. She
I
puts them
don't-
out for free.
You are so lying to everyone
Logan
right now.
literally-
You
Logan literally has a free feet finder
I'm gonna
account
get-
on her Facebook.
No, I'm gonna get so
Yeah,
many
them little
friend
old,
requests.
them nice little mini
Leave
sausages.
me alone. Ew,
That's crazy.
You're nasty.
Bro, that's so crazy. But
Anyways, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's a boundary.
I get it. You can follow me on Facebook though.
Yeah, Hunter
I get paid.
doesn't mind it, but it just like,
I said follow me, not friend me.
oh, okay, my bad. There's a difference. But then like Instagram, like I feel like Instagram is like open and, you know, I don't post
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot of personal things on my Instagram. Like it's really just kind of photo dumps,
Mm-hmm.
stories. Like if I go somewhere cool, like I'll post a story about it. So I don't really care there. But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of creatives, if you're not, you probably need to set boundaries with your clients. And that's just my opinion. But also, if we were to post something on Ezell Film Company
Uh-huh.
saying that we were in Florida and you haven't gotten your wedding film back, but your wedding was 2 weeks ago. Why are you?
Now I do message
Reference your
people. I
contract.
do message people, and I'll be like I'm like, hey, it's wedding week. It's wedding
Yeah.
film week. You
Yeah.
know, that way they can expect it because their film is
Yes.
coming that week.
Yeah.
And you know, I think we say 90 days after
Mm-hmm.
your wedding day. You know, I've never hit that 90-day mark.
But that's just
Never.
what we give ourselves because
You know, I'm more like a 40 to 60 kind of guy, you
Mm-hmm.
know? I'm always ahead of schedule. And if I'm being honest, I would love to be a 30-day guy. That's just not happening.
Yeah.
Especially in the way that I'm moving. I started trying out scoring my own wedding films. That takes a little bit more time.
Yeah.
But it's
That was
super fun.
cool. That was cool.
It's super fun.
Can we talk about that? How do you do that?
Through Multiply Sound. Shout out Boomer. I love you, bud. I had a Zoom call with Boomer a couple days ago, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited about what we're doing
Mm-hmm.
and what we got coming up. He's an incredibly talented guy. Hopefully, we'll get him on here one of these days. But essentially, he has this pack, and you, if you know anything about music at all, it has like all the keys in it, and every single sound that he has in there has a different key. And so, long story short, to do that, say you had a song that it was in the key of A, you would take that song, and if you're like me, I would strip the vocals out. I'd make my own remix. I would take the song in the key of A. I would find all the sounds that are in the key of A. Bada bing, bada boom, throw everything together, and it's the best of both worlds, Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
So one of these days, here soon, I don't know, it might already be out, I will have a walkthrough of that wedding film and how I scored it, even if it's just a little teeny bit, up on our Instagram and hopefully Multiply Sounds page. You heard it here first, baby.
Woohoo.
And I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I think this whole thing just needs to really just be like, you need to see people for more than what they offer.
Yeah. I think that's like what we're like going through at the moment is just.
And it's been nobody in particular.
No, it's just like.
But at the end of that Facebook post that
overall.
I put up talking about that, I was like, if you think this is about you, it probably is. And I
Yeah.
truly still mean that.
Well, and I think it made a lot of people open their eyes, not like they were doing it to us, but just like their friendships in general.
Yeah.
Because I mean, friendship is a two-way street.
I didn't mean
And-
to ruffle any feathers, and if I did, I'm so sorry, but you probably did need to hear it.
Yeah. I mean, I had a friend text both of us and was like, I
had
needed to
multiple
hear
friends
this.
text us,
Yeah.
and like those friends weren't even doing anything remotely
They weren't
wrong,
doing anything wrong to
but
us,
they did
no.
feel guilty.
Yeah.
And they apologized, and I'm like, dude, there's no harm, no foul. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not even mad at the incident that occurred that made me crack open. It was
Yeah.
just because, life is about experiencing good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to live and learn from those, because at the end of the day, it's like you're leveling up your character every day.
Yeah.
It's like you're in a video game. You're constantly leveling up. And these good and bad experiences, they give you XP.
Yeah.
That's what XP means, actually, is experience, And that's what, like double XP weekend. Pretty crazy, right?
Didn't know
Well, that was just one of those instances where we got a lot of XP. You got to live and learn. Our business is better for it. All sorts of stuff, love it.
Yeah.
But, dude,
You got 2 new tattoos?
bro, yeah, I did.
Did they hurt it?
This one was crazy because I got like airplane wings of arms from how fat I used to be,
They're not that bad.
They used to be, but I got some little idiot's face on my arm.
That's rude.
I got Logan.
My hair's like the same length now.
The hair is the
actually.
same length as that. Well, anyway, she's my whole
I just
universe.
got my haircut.
She's my whole world. Shout out Carly Daniel. hey.
No, for real, shout out Carly
Shout out
Daniel.
Carly Daniel.
I love that girl.
If we doing more shout outs, hey, shout out Todd Jewelers.
Oh, yeah. they
Fixing my
fixed your
chain. I love you. Thank you, Mr. Quick and them, doing it right. Thank you, Todd Quick and them. Love you, mean it. Hey, for real. But, dude,
We love shouting out our friends.
I love shouting out good business. Shout out Camo Caravan. Shout out Hopkinsville Brewing Company.
Oh, Hunter can't show you his other tattoo because it's
It's
on
on
the
my
ground.
leg. Shout
But-
out Drew Gotzi.
Here it is.
Shout out Drew Gotzi. Boy, do me and him have a podcast episode coming up for you.
Y'all need to get
You're
down
not
here.
going to believe it. So like I said, we wanted to do a family meeting type deal. Please quit messaging me asking me to be on the podcast. I mean that as nicely as I possibly can. Okay? I love what you're doing. I love what you are about. But there are just some things that I don't. How am I going to make a whole episode out of that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just situational.
I love you, mean it. I truly, duly love what you're doing.
And we love to promote businesses. So like if you're interested in advertising.
But baby, if I want
can
you to be
reach
on the
out.
podcast, I will seek you out myself.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that we have people that do that
like-
for us.
This is really bad. We're like invite only.
Yeah, you're invite only. Invite only. All right. You know, if I seek you
Is
out,
that nice?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, you know, that doesn't mean that the. Let's run that back.
Mm-hmm.
It's invite only until the idea comes up. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, how can we work that in? How can we work the idea in? How can we make something happen?
Right.
You know, because I want it to be different. You know,
Yeah.
I've got ideas with people that we've got coming up that I had to think about those ideas for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Those ideas are different.
Yeah.
They're stuff you've never seen before. I'm a big proponent of that. I like to do things that people have never seen before,
Right.
which is why this podcast has become so successful.
Yes.
I'm very grateful for that.
Yes.
But a couple other things is just like, you know, there's just some things you don't talk about on a podcast. Nobody's going to listen to certain things. That's very harsh to know, but you know.
Well, and what we have going here is
This is a creative
upbeat,
podcast.
it's
It's called Creative
creative.
Chaos. It's called Creative Chaos.
it's creative, it's chaotic, but it's upbeat, it's uplifting. You know, we do cover some kind of serious-ish things every once in a while, but
Yeah.
we try to keep it upbeat so that you leave us with a smile on your face
Yeah.
or maybe a giggle or two.
Yeah. You know,
I hope I made you
mean,
laugh.
I would love to get some Mennonites on here. I'd love to
Hey,
get
yo.
I'd love to get a garbage man on here, you know?
That'd be crazy.
I would love to get, you know, just like everyday people and ask them some crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, there's just certain topics that we're not going to talk about on this podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even have to tell you what they are. You
Yeah.
know.
We just don't. What's the fun in that?
We're not talking about Barney. Barney scares me.
No Barney.
Yeah. But, dude, like I said, we love you.
We hope you enjoyed your time with us today.
We love you. We mean it. Logan, what's one thing you're thankful for right now? Tell it directly to that camera.
I am so thankful for my husband. I feel like that's so corny.
That's gross.
But I am. If I said anything else, I feel like I'd be lying. But I mean, it all stems from you. I'm even more thankful though for the Lord Jesus, because without that guy,
We would be cooked
we
without
would
that
be
guy.
cooked without that guy.
Yeah.
So
It's
I don't know.
crazy.
I'm just thankful for a lot of things.
Yeah.
What are you thankful for?
I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for the opportunities and the mistakes that we make along the way that shape us into who we are. I'm grateful for the friends we have and people that love us. I know everybody for the most part. If you don't like me, I'm just assuming
You just haven't met him yet.
you just ain't met me yet. You ain't met me real yet. But dude, we love you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week on Creative Chaos.